found the hook. Hanging off the car door!
Come on, Troy. One more.
Yeah, try really scaring us this time.
Maybe we should go. Don't get scared, Amber. Just because it just hit Halloween and we're all alone in the middle of a cemetery.
And not just any cemetery, a convict cemetery.
Guys, come on, you're creeping me out.
That's the idea.
If you're really scared, we can...
Come on, Troy. I'll make it worth your while.
Me too.
And if you're really lucky, maybe we'll make it worth your while at the same time.
Okay. Here goes. This isn't just a convict cemetery. No. Some of the most sick, twisted psychos that ever lived are buried right here.
You're just making that up.
Am I? How many people did Paul Wayne Tilden kill? You know why they don't bother to lock the gates up in this place? Most people are too scared to come in.
Maybe too smart.
Oh, relax, Amber.
I'll relax when I get home.
If you get home, ever.
Stop it.
Halloween goes back to the pagans, maybe even before. It's the night the earth belongs to the dead.
Where did you learn that?
Ancient civilizations.
You're taking a history class?
No, it was on cable last night while I was doing my toes.
Got it.
And I see someone really likes my toes.
Your toes?
You don't have to stop what you're doing.
What am I doing?
With your hands.
I'm not doing anything.
Who wants to play?
Worse can it get? Lynx are bold enough to begin with, but one day a year, every kid in the city runs around dressed like them, giving real lynx the perfect excuse to get away with whatever they want. Oh, is that him?
Which one?
The sheet with the eye holes.
No.
What? How can you be so sure?
Can't you just trust me?
Do I have to bother answering?
I told you he was cranky today.
Do you want to hear my biggest problem with Halloween?
No, not really. Only because it's the 10th or 11th time so far.
Well, I like to think I'm coming up with different reasons each time.
Well, they're all kind of related, don't you think?
You know why else he's in a bad mood?
Carl?
Why?
Last night, O'Malley was out at a strip club.
It was a weak moment.
When you went? Or when you swore them off?
So he's talking to these two strippers.
Mm-hmm.
Carl, I'm serious.
And these two professional ladies say they want to talk to him in private. And as it turns out, when they get him alone, what they really wanted was my number.
Yeah, because they wanted to make a complaint.
Now that's hitting below the belt, which is another reason they wanted my number.
Okay, enough, both of you.
All this proves is that something must have been wrong with their sense of smell, because nothing on Earth stinks worse than gnomes.
Okay. I know you want me to react, but I'm not going to because you want me to.
Good.
But I'll tell you one thing. Those strippers had a good time.
Carl.
Too good a time. O'Malley's sisters won't stop calling me.
Ugh.
That's it.
Nick,
Oh, that's him. That's your guy. Coming down the stairs, right there.
Are you sure?
Positive, it's the ladybug.
You got lucky.
Oh, come on, we can't shoot. There's kids around.
Yeah, obviously, but the ladybug doesn't know that. Freeze, ladybug! Or you die! Coast clear?
Oh, great. Yeah, everyone just ran away in mortal terror.
Hey, Gene. What's in the pillowcase?
It's, candy, O'Malley, I swear.
Oh, that's funny. Candy? I didn't know candy could kick like that.
It's
More like animal crackers to me. God, I hate Halloween.
Turn to the right.
I am turned to the right.
Yep. No, I have no idea. It was just like 20 minutes. All right. All right.
Tell me some good news, Alice.
Sorry, Captain. Did you happen to see my damage control report on the haunted house disaster?
Links take over an attraction, show the people what real fear is. How many witnesses?
24 college kids.
What story did you give them?
Mass hysteria and overreaction caused by alcohol indulgence.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Alice Kramer.
I hate Halloween. Status report. What's the crime log up to?
Over 600 link-related incidents and counting so far, sir. Hey, you okay there, sir?
Don't worry, sir. We'll make sure nothing falls through the cracks tonight.
If only that were possible, O'Malley, if only.
Captain, sir, I really want to make sure I don't make things worse, so I put in for the night off.
Forget it, Carl. I don't care if it's a length holiday or not. Everybody works the graveyard shifts. No rest, no breaks, and no lift. What's on both of your faces?
No, there was a bit of a scuffle during the goblin apprehension, sir.
Just going down the latest developments so far. We've been lucky. It's mostly a string of Type 3s. It's what the rest of the world believes are Halloween pranks.
Typical vandalism, graffiti, sugar in the gas tank.
There is something weird. Chicago PD reported 4 bodies lifted from a local cemetery. Some college students were arrested at the scene.
Which cemetery?
Joliet Annex.
The witnesses say the bodies crawled out of the graves themselves.
Yeah, that being the weird part.
Waking the Dead's a new one, even for me, detectives, and Jonathan. Do we know any links who can make this happen?
No, sir.
And do some digging, so to speak. I'll get the case pulled from the regular PD now on to the next crisis.
Oh, I think we just found it. Guess who the 4 missing bodies are? Paul Wayne Tilden, Jared Steck, Jesse James, and Al Capone. 4 of the nastiest criminals buried within Chicago city limits.
I hate Halloween.
Got the size right. Nice.
Pinstripe? I wouldn't be caught dead wearing this crap.
You know, if you really are, Al Capone, you are dead. Happened since before I was born. As a matter of fact, the last thing I remember is a priest reading me my last rites. They don't take too kindly to cop killers, if you know what I mean. So, what's going on? Is this hell?
Sure as hell ain't heaven.
Right on all counts. Who are you? For the past several dozen millennium, I've been an observer, gathering information, mastering the modern. You'll be happy to know that none of you have missed anything important, and I include MTV, the atomic bomb, several dozen wars, and Jennifer Lopez in that assessment. So, let me get you up to speed.
What in God's name are you talking about?
Ooh. Interesting that you should bring him up, since he has so thoroughly abandoned each one of you. So eager to judge and punish his creations for their transgressions, even though they just mirror his own. Read the Old Testament if you want to learn about real violence. Incest, patricide, fratricide, rape, pillage, and some truly creative mutilations. You are all amateurs in comparison. So, gentlemen, none of you gentle at all. Your minds are reeling as you're trying to make sense of all this. But hold your questions and listen, because here's the deal. This isn't heaven or hell. It's the world you left in varying degrees of disgrace. And I'm here to give you a second chance, as long as you play by my rules. Follow my orders without question, and I'll continue to provide you with the gift that keeps on giving. Life.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm lost. And I ain't listening to one more word that comes out of this freak's mouth.
Oh, Mr. James. You don't know the half of it. Everyone has a role to play. And you'll notice I did not provide you with a change of clothes because you're here as an example. Your reaction was predictable, as in its own way is mine. Any questions? Well, let's get on with it. Get dressed. We're going to a party.
Hey, I got some good news.
This night's gonna be over sooner than we think?
I found a reference to a link who's rumored to have the power to resurrect the dead.
Anyone or just the Rolling Stones?
Check it out. This is the real deal, okay? Big Cheese, the chairman of the board, if you believe this thing.
This thing being an ancient scroll you just put down on a bagel and a cup of coffee?
It's a color copy. And the link we're talking about's never been cited. I mean, it's not clear if he's ever existed, you know, or he's just a legend. Ever come across any references to a king of the links?
Not in any of my pleasure reading, no.
The links don't have a king or any kind of leader. They're inherently ungovernable.
Right, too loose a collection of different agendas to ever gather under one roof.
Sort of like humanity.
Right, but as the legend goes, tens of thousands of years ago, when the evolutionary tree branched off and we got our so-called missing links, there was one creature that was closer than any to humans. Now, he tried to rule the links, and he was partly successful until some sort of fall from grace about 5 millennium ago. Some sources think there's some overlap with biblical references to the devil.
Actually, my great-grandfather used to tell us stories about him. Real badass.
Does he have a name?
No, there are lots of guesses, most of which I can't pronounce. A few refer to him with tongue clicks.
Nice. You should think about taking that show on the road.
But he's basically nameless. And the myth says he who knows his name will control him.
Sounds very Arabian Nights.
Yeah, it dates back a lot farther.
So no idea what his name is, and if this thing has any say in the matter, we never will.
Right. And the only sketch we have to go on comes from the Book of the Dead.
No idea if this thing is real?
No.
No idea if this is the thing that reanimated the bodies?
No.
If that's what happened to the bodies in the first place?
No.
That wasn't a question.
Right.
Seems to me there's only one thing to do. Hope it's not.
Thank you, Carl.
Don't mention it.
I wasn't going to.
Nice coffee, miss. Enjoy the party. And who are you supposed to be?
I'm Paul Wayne Tilden, and this is Jared Steck.
Hey, nice job. You guys look like dead ringers. I know a lot about serial killers. Kind of a hobby.
Then I really am pleased to meet you. But we have forgotten our invitations. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Anybody who goes this much effort gets cut some serious slack.
We'll, try to return the favor.
Enjoy the party. Don't tell me. Al Capone.
The kid's a genius.
Hey, you should stow away that replica. People might get freaked out.
Replica?
Everyone shut the hell up and get in the center of the room! No! Hey, that's enough of that.
Very shocked. Aren't you going to trigger the alarm? Don't kill any of the hostages yet. Lock them up downstairs.
All right, everybody downstairs! Go! No!
That will be a representative from Chicago's finest. After you finish telling them what the situation is here, that there are 30 people who will lose their lives unless I get what I want, tell them there's only one member of the police department I'm willing to speak to. He belongs to a precinct that everybody wonders about. Special Unit 2. And his name is Detective Nicholas O'Malley.
I've got O'Malley on the scene.
Anyone been in contact with him?
Negative. Captain's orders were to lay back until you assess the situation.
He let the museum security guard call out who said something about a serial killer convention going on in there.
This guy was asking for you. You know him? Old friend?
Emphasis on old, if he's who we're talking about. And no friend.
We set up a one-block perimeter for civilians and the media. Everybody wants to know what the hell's going on, as usual.
Including us.
Got snipers on the roofs, there, and there. But it doesn't look like there's much chance of a shot. He's got all the windows and doors sealed and under his control.
We've estimated 30 hostages.
We'll see what you can do to keep the press distracted. Building blueprints?
In the van.
Okay.
Just tapped into the museum surveillance system. He has the hostages in the restoration room in the basement, guarded by your friendly neighborhood Mr. Steck. In the atrium, we have Tilden and Capone, and who we're assuming is your nameless friend. He's the one in the hood who keeps his back to the camera.
Okay, the blueprints show 5 entrances, and he's got them all locked down.
How about the red prints?
Coming up. Okay, here we go. We got an old bootlegger's tunnel running right under the building. Talk about lucky.
Bootleggers' tunnels run under half the city.
Yeah, but this one goes right into the basement. We can get into the restoration room if we cut into the tunnel wall here.
There you go. Program with the number he gave us. Just press send.
Let's reach out and touch someone.
Happy Halloween, Detective.
You feel like introducing yourself, or do we already know each other and I'm forgetting?
Oh, I doubt that. I like to think I'm memorable. Let's just say we have a mutual acquaintance.
Meaning?
Meaning nothing, meaning everything. The key to what you've been wondering about. Have I got you curious?
No, mostly you just got me pissed off. See, resurrecting corpses is illegal in the state of Illinois, so now I'm gonna have to arrest you.
I'm assuming at this time you've had one of your drones do your research and you have some idea of who I am.
Drones? Hey! Aside from being in serious need of hair club for men, how about you just tell me?
It won't be that easy to know my name.
I can think of a couple of choice ones right on the tip of my tongue.
Good one, Detective.
What do you want in exchange for the hostages?
You have something that belongs to me. A black orb attached to a stem.
And how do you know we have this thing?
Well, I knew about you, didn't I? Let me give you a hint. You acquired it on the 5th of June, 2 years ago. Sound familiar? If it's not in my hands in 30 minutes, I will kill a hostage. I will repeat this every 30 minutes until I get it back. Or I run out of people to kill.
Nick.
Description matches taken into evidence the night in question.
By Nick?
By his former partner, Julie, on the day she died. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, what is it?
It's a black orb attached to a stem.
I see that, Jonathan. So what does it do? What makes it significant?
Okay, there are some grooves on the stem. Maybe it's an ancient key. There is an inscription.
What does it say?
I don't recognize the language. I'm gonna need some time to translate it.
Well, you got 25 minutes to solve the mystery. Get it into the lab. I want every molecule gone over with a fine-tooth comb. I need to know exactly what this thing does before we put it into the hands of a madman.
I have a statement. Can you tell us why the police have cordoned off the area? What's going on?
There's absolutely no reason to panic. There was just a toxic chemical spill, a small one, inside the museum. Solvents used to restore artwork. That's all.
Is there any danger to the public?
On the record, the official position is people have nothing to worry about.
How about off the record?
Well, we'll just pray that the wind doesn't change.
I know this is difficult if you'd like to have this discussion alone.
I'd like Kate here, sir.
Are you aware of a piece of evidence Julie signed in that day?
Yes, sir. She obtained it before she went on duty that day.
So it was something she was working on her own time.
She wouldn't tell me what. I went over everything afterwards, over and over, but I wasn't able to figure out what it was. Or what the notes I found meant. I want him taken alive, sir. I want to know what he knows. I want to know if he's the one who ordered her death.
Well, as do I, Detective. We have a few formidable problems to deal with first. Like identifying what this is. Our best guess is it's some kind of key, but that's as far as we've gotten.
Well, we're not going to hand it over till we know what it opens.
Not if we can help it. Where are we on the bootlegger's tunnel?
We just started cutting through, sir.
You and Conley get down there and prepare an entry operation?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Francois. Let me know if you figure anything out. Hello? Oh, hi, sir. I made a little progress here. The inscription is written in Hutarian.
So what does it say?
Well, since the language has been extinct for 5,000 years, it's been a little difficult finding an English Hutarian dictionary.
Well, there has to be an expert somewhere. I mean, have you checked with your geeks?
I'm in the process. So far, it's a global nada.
Well, keep at it, Jonathan. We're running out of time.
We got 5 minutes till the deadline's up. How long till we're in?
You're calling to ask for more time. Oh, I've seen all the same bad movies you have. Maybe even more. I've had a lot of time on my hands.
We're having trouble locating what you asked for.
You're going to need to look for better excuses.
No, we're taking you seriously. We don't want you to kill anyone. We're doing the best we can. Just give us a little time.
You take all the time you need. But in 4 minutes, a hostage still dies. Bring a hostage up.
Benson, is there any way to move faster?
Negative, sir. I'm moving the team into place. We're ready for entry.
First team in position. Understood, Benson. We'll keep you posted.
You're asking me to deliver a ransom after making me work on my day off? Well, I don't think so.
Must we go through this charade that you have an actual choice? And what in the world are you dressed for?
Costume party. We happen to.
What's in your pocket?
Oh, wow. How did these get in there? Oh, I know. Your suit's a rental. So where's this ransom you want me to deliver? That's it? No suitcase full of cash? No Spanish doubloons? What's the matter with this guy?
Just get to it. You walk in there, hand it to him, come back.
Please. You're talking to someone that's dealt with plenty of ransoms in their time.
Yeah, only this time you're delivering it instead of demanding it. Now go.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Just checking.
All right, it's coming in.
Will wonders never cease? Raise the gate on the door.
What's the problem, Colonel?
I was just wondering what wrong turn I made in life that has me doing your errands.
Being born!
You really should go in for motivational speaking. Has anyone ever told you that, sir?
What the hell are you?
Not a reanimated mass murderer. Next question.
Bring it to me.
There you go. Here's a hint. Next time, ask for cash money. It's a much more flexible financial instrument. And it allows the delivery service to take a cut, if you know what I'm saying. You got a nice buffet here. Nobody's touched it. You mind if I help myself? On second thought, I'll wait till the waves of nausea pass. That's it. If you don't mind, I'll be going.
Mr. Tilden, may I have your weapon?
Tilden.
Suspect shut a hostage. Hostage down. Repeat, hostage down.
My God. What did you just do?
Can I trust you to relay a message to Detective O'Malley?
Yes, what?
Tell him I want the real key. This time he delivers it. And now a hostage dies every 15 minutes. Clear?
That's class. Here's your fake badge. Maybe you guys want to change your name to FU2.
I took a calculated risk. Unknown implications of handing the key off to this abomination versus human life.
Sir, all the more reason we have to get the rest of the hostages out of there and make this guy pay.
Benson. Status?
Okay, cut's done. We're ready to go. I'm putting the entry charges in place.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Jared Stack.
Deck's about 15 feet northeast of your entry point.
Got it. Okay, Connolly and I'll go in first. Make a surgical strike on Stack and hopefully minimize the chance a hostage will get hurt. So what's the latest thinking and what kind of ammo will re-dead the undead?
Green.
Why green?
Do you want the long answer that involves everything I learned in 4 years of specialized, concentrated study, or the short one?
Take a guess.
Because it'll blow them up into tiny little pieces.
Green. What do we use on our special friend upstairs?
No clear answer, so brute force is our best bet. Meaning lots of green ammo.
Okay, got it. Wish me luck. In 10 seconds, this will be all over. I'll run the count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hang in there. You'll be okay.
Try to get me!
Got your wish. Team in! Team in! Medic on the scene. We've got wounded. Okay, let's go. Everybody out of here, right? What are you doing?
Kate, status. What's going on?
Wait, Nick! To reanimate. He's got control of us.
Kate! Those aren't hostages. They never were. We walked right into a trap.
Pizza? And what will you be having tonight, aside from an extra large helping of crow?
What do you want?
The key. I knew I wouldn't get it unless I had something you wanted very badly, like one of your own.
Yeah, did you murder all the people you reanimated?
Of course not. Too much unnecessary effort. All my hostages were recently departed when I invited them to the party. They've played very well for the camera, don't you think? Although, unfortunately, some of them are close to their sell-by date. You can't find good help these days. By the way, they haven't touched the buffet if you're hungry.
If you hurt her, I will spend the rest of my life causing you the worst kind of pain that you can imagine.
You have no idea what I can imagine. And I have no particular desire to hurt Detective Benson. I'm not a common murderer. In fact, I don't care very much for humanity. I'm simply interested in all the creatures, great and small, you call lynx. I want what's mine returned to me.
The key.
Julie got lucky. She found what I had been searching for centuries. She started putting things together. That's why I had her killed.
You're not gonna get out of there alive.
If you knew what I have faced, you wouldn't bother with that threat. Your history would have been very different if my kingdom had not been taken away from me. If I ruled on Earth, you would be the ones mercilessly hunted down.
Yeah, but that will never happen.
Yes, well, we have a deal to make. I have something of yours, you have something of mine. I want you to bring me the key, the real one, or I will have Mr. Capone and Mr. Tilden do whatever they want to her before they kill her. You have 2 minutes.
We give it to him. We got the building surrounded. There's no way he's gonna get out of here.
And when he threatens to kill you and Benson unless we let him pass unharmed?
You don't let him.
And then I've lost 2 detectives.
No, then you got 2 of us in there trying to stop him. You have no idea what I'll be able to pull off once I'm in there.
Do you?
I can't let him kill Kate. No, I don't care what the odds are if I go in there. I would rather die trying to save her than lose another partner to this bastard.
Jonathan, where are we on the ring?
Still searching, sir. Trying to get a lead on a friend who might have a lead, but nothing yet.
Keep me posted.
Captain, we got less than a minute before he has Kate killed. Just let me bring in the damn key, and we'll worry about the rest later.
I hope I'm not making a terrible mistake. Go.
Open the gate.
You got it. Sandeep, where you been? I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, Jonathan, I'm in Bombay. I always am this time of year. What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Anyways, is there any word on that email I sent you?
Oh, yes, but my Hutarian's a bit rusty, so bear with me. It's a set of instructions.
Okay, for what?
The statue it unlocks.
What statue?
The statue of Osiris. Now, it is not so much unlocking it as it is sending some kind of power into it.
What kind of power?
Don't ask me. Now, I'm late. I have a date with two lovely ladies. We're doing our own version of Old Calcutta.
Okay. You got any leads on this statue of Osiris?
Doing a global search. Sorting by date. Ah, there it is. You've got it right there in Chicago in one of your museums. Oh, Jonathan, you might want to be reading up on this. I am not liking what I'm seeing. No, not at all.
I'm sure you have all sorts of scenarios and potential actions running through your mind right now. But for the moment, there's only one option. Give it to me. Thank you.
Captain? Captain, where's the key?
As of this moment, in that thing's possession. Why? What have you found out?
Things are not good, sir, in light of the last piece of information.
Tell me exactly what you know, sparing me all the extraneous hesitations and digression.
Okay, the key works in a statue in the museum. Some jewel in the key reacts with something in the statue and it recharges the ring.
What ring?
The ring that was hidden in the statue by whoever took it from our suspect. The ring is his crown. It has his name written on it. It's 24 carats of pure evil, and it gives him power over every living link.
Detective O'Malley, if you've not already done so, do not give him the key. If you have, you must reclaim it.
Getting right on that.
Report. Report! What's going on?
We're looking for him, sir.
He's not here. He must be downstairs.
They're upstairs. I've got wounded.
Where's Connolly?
On his way out, Detective, carrying wounded.
I thought Connolly was wounded.
He was. Gravely. I didn't think he was gonna make it.
He didn't, which is all that thing needed.
Attention, detain Officer Connolly. Detain Connolly!
Thanks for the lift, Mr. Conley.
He got out through the tunnel with Connolly, dressed as one of our own. Any sightings?
We just found human remains on the edge of our perimeter. Looks like it was Connolly.
Okay, we're debriefing the museum guard. Aside from needing years of therapy, he said the suspect definitely removed something from the statue of Osiris.
So he has this ring. What does he do with it?
Yeah.
Jonathan. Sandeep.
My date is with the Gupta twins. They're making me lunch. I'm going to give them massages, or you fill in the blanks.
Yeah, it's a tough call, Sandeep. The future of the world as we know it versus a nice curry.
I like to call it a New Delhi sandwich, if you know what I mean.
Sandeep.
Okay, here goes. There's mention of a book rescued from the fire at the Library of Alexandria. Two differing translations of the same passage. Now, if I were a betting man, and I am, I would say that your friend needs to perform a ceremony with the ring on the night that you're now calling Halloween at a point closest to the moon and the sea. Now, if you don't mind, there's some naan with my name on it.
Okay, thank you, Sandeep. You got that?
Okay, closest to the moon means highest point, but it doesn't necessarily mean the Sears Tower. It means the highest point near the sea, which in this case means body of water.
So the highest building near the lake.
Right.
Well, now, according to the city census people, we're talking the Donninger building. I'm gonna leave a minimal cleanup unit in place and completely surround the building. I only want a small team to make contact with him. We know what he can do. I don't want to give him a potential army.
Small team's what I had in mind, sir.
What do you need?
Lots of ammo and a little something special.
Hold that thought. I want some answers before you die.
About your partner. You want to look me in the eye when you press that trigger, don't you? Thinking that vengeance is going to ease your pain.
Why?
Why did your partner die? Oh, I could say it was bad luck. But the truth is, she became a victim of her own intelligence. She found out about me and what my plans were.
You feel like being more specific?
And delay the moment we've all been waiting for? I don't think so. Are these really the questions you want to be asking in your final moments?
No. I'd just love to know the answers before you die. So if you're done talking, then this discussion's over. I hate Halloween.
Would you relay our thanks to your Indian friend for his help in our hour of need?
I will. Actually, he's actually kind of in a bad mood. You see, we owe him a nice curry and an afternoon of sisterly delights. Got any ideas?
No, Jonathan, no ideas whatsoever.
Hi. While I've got you, would you be so kind as to put your signature right there on the dotted line?
What scam, lie, misleading statement do you think I'm going to put my signature on?
It's my request for hazardous duty pay, sir. For when you used me, abused me, to deliver you a fake ransom.
I have a few things to say about this, Carl.
I thought you might.
Hazardous duty implies you were in our employ, while you are merely a snitch we tolerate.
You make it sound like such inspiring work when you put it that way.
Additionally, consider the following. You have 3 hours to return 7 jeweled antiquities mysteriously taken from the museum the night of the incident, during or after the melee, or face true hazardous duty in the hole.
That threat's getting old. Or not.
You reviewed all the reports.
Forensics gathered enough pieces of the ring from the roof that we know it was destroyed.
But not enough to reconstruct the writing on it and find out what his name was.
We're assembling the fragments, burning them, distributing the ashes across the country.
The only thing we can't find a trace of is him. No remains whatsoever.
Since we have no idea what he's actually made of, we can't tell if he just vaporized.
Or he got away.
Which we don't think is possible.
Except Special Unit 2 lives in a world where the line between possible and impossible is frequently vague. One thing is for certain. If this abomination survived, he will return and try to reclaim his kingdom by any means necessary. Special Unit 2 will be there to stand in his way.
Stay tuned for scenes from next week's Special Unit 2.
Next week on Special Unit 2.
Our prime suspects are female lynx with snakes for hair who can turn humans to stone.
Whoa! Oh! Are you talking about Medusa?
You have to be the horniest guy on the planet to go home with that.
Who's the hottie?
Are you up for something nasty?
It's like you're reading my mind. You don't have to worry about me getting bitten anymore. Here, have a drive stone.
Ah!